Breaking news. A life-changing update is unfolding right now. Did you know that millions of Americans are about to see their Social Security checks jump by nearly $2,000? Yes, you heard that correctly. A massive increase that could add an extra $1,976 to your monthly income. But here's the burning question. Will you be one of them? This is not just another rumor swirling around Social Security. It's happening as we speak. Congress has just passed a groundbreaking bill designed to boost your benefits to as much as an incredible $3,559 per month. However, what keeps many of us up at night is the risk that thousands of eligible Americans might miss out on this life-changing increase simply because they don't know how to claim it. Before we dive deep into these critical details that could transform your financial future, please take a moment to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Now, let's tackle the elephant in the room. Why is this happening now? For years, millions of Social Security recipients have watched their purchasing power diminish as inflation eroded their benefits. Grocery bills have skyrocketed, medical expenses are out of control, and housing costs have reached unprecedented levels. Congress has finally recognized this crisis, and their response is both innovative and far-reaching. This isn't your typical cost of living adjustment. It's a fundamental reform of how Social Security benefits are calculated and distributed. Think about that extra $1,976 in your monthly budget. It's not merely a number, but the difference between struggling to make ends meet and enjoying the freedom to live comfortably. It's the difference between choosing between essential medications and food and having the ability to afford both. It's the difference between constantly worrying about utility bills and finally experiencing some peace of mind. Yet here's where the situation gets even more intriguing. This increase isn't being distributed equally across the board. The new bill has been carefully crafted to prioritize those who need it most, so understanding the qualification criteria is absolutely critical. It could mean the difference between receiving the full increase or missing out entirely. Let's break down the qualification categories clearly. First, there are traditional retiree benefits. If you've worked and contributed to Social Security for at least 10 years, you're already on the right path. The new bill even adds special considerations for those who retired between 2008 and 2023, a period during which many Americans saw their retirement savings decimated by economic downturns. Next, we have disability recipients. This is where the new legislation truly shines. Congress has recognized that disabled Americans often face even higher living costs, and for SSDI recipients, the increase could be even more substantial. If you're currently receiving disability benefits, pay close attention to this next section. And wait, there's more. Widows and widowers are also covered under this new law. Special provisions have been included for surviving spouses, particularly those who lost their partners during the COVID-19 pandemic. These provisions might be the key to moving from a modest increase to receiving the full $1,976 bump. Additionally, we must address the largely overlooked category of dependent benefits. If you are caring for dependent children while receiving Social Security or have disabled adult children who rely on your support, this section could be a game changer for your family's future. Here's where the explanation gets technical. But stay with me because this information is absolutely crucial. The bill introduces a mechanism called the Progressive Benefit Enhancement Formula. Don't let the fancy title intimidate you. I'll break it down into simple, actionable steps that anyone can follow. First, review your current benefit base by pulling out your most recent Social Security statement, or even better, logging into your SSA.gov account. The amount you see is just your starting point. The new formula considers several factors that could significantly boost your benefits. The first factor is your work history. The new law awards extra credit for years worked during economic downturns. Did you continue working through the 2008 financial crisis, or were you employed during the COVID-19 pandemic? Either scenario could translate into extra dollars for you. The second factor is your current benefit amount. This increase is designed to help those in the middle, especially if you're currently receiving between $1,000 and $2,500 per month, a range I call the sweet spot for maximum benefit enhancements. However, one of the most pressing concerns is the timing of these changes. The rollout isn't simultaneous. It will occur in phases. Phase 1 begins next month and targets individuals with the lowest current benefits. Phase 2 kicks in 3 months later, covering most retirees and disabled recipients, and the final phase, starting 6 months from now, will include all remaining eligible beneficiaries. But here's the kicker. You don't have to wait for your phase to apply. That's right. You can submit your benefit review request immediately. This is absolutely critical, as qualifying now might also entitle you to retroactive payments dating back to the bill's passage, potentially thousands of dollars in back pay that you could lose if you delay. So, what do you need to do right now? First, gather all necessary documentation, including your Social Security statements, tax returns from the past 5 years, and any relevant medical records. If you're receiving disability benefits and are missing some documents, don't worry. I'll guide you on how to request them. Next, familiarize yourself with the application process. The Social Security Administration has created a new online portal specifically for processing these benefit increases. I'll walk you through every screen, form, and question, highlighting common pitfalls that could delay your increase or even lead to a rejection of your application. There are trigger questions in the application that can automatically qualify you for additional increases. Missing these or answering them incorrectly might mean leaving money on the table. I'll detail exactly what these questions are and how to answer them properly for your unique situation. For those uncomfortable with online applications, the bill also mandates a special phone line for these increase applications. I'll provide the direct number, the optimal times to call, and the exact phrasing you need to use to reach a live representative who can help you through the process. Now, let's address a frequent source of confusion, the appeals process. What happens if your increase isn't as high as expected, or if your application is denied altogether? The new bill includes expanded appeal rights, and understanding these could be the deciding factor between receiving the full increase or settling for less than you deserve. Here's a little-known secret. You can have multiple appeals in process at the same time, appealing both your basic benefit calculation and additional increases based on special circumstances simultaneously. This process, known as parallel appeals, is one of the most powerful tools available under the new law. Speaking of special circumstances, consider some unique situations that might qualify you for even larger increases. Did you defer your Social Security retirement benefits past age 66? There's a special provision for that scenario. Have you ever worked for a government agency? There's another provision waiting for you. Or are you receiving benefits while caring for a dependent? That, too, could result in an extra boost. Even more interesting is the introduction of life event adjustments, automatic benefit increases triggered by major life changes. For instance, if you recently lost a spouse, became disabled, or started caring for a dependent family member, you might be eligible for additional increases on top of the basic $1,976 bump. Looking ahead, these increases aren't a one-time occurrence. The bill includes provisions for future adjustments based on inflation and rising living costs. I'll explain how you can ensure you're positioned to receive every future increase you're entitled to. Protecting your increased benefits is equally important once they kick in. I will share strategies on maintaining your eligibility and ensuring your benefits remain at the maximum level. A crucial, often overlooked factor is the impact of other income on your enhanced benefits. If you're still working or have investment income, it's essential to understand how these earnings might affect your Social Security increase. I'll show you how to structure your income in a way that maximizes your benefits while avoiding any reductions in your payments. Let's also touch on Medicare. If you're enrolled, these benefit increases could potentially affect your premiums. But don't worry. The bill includes special provisions to shield you from premium hikes that might otherwise erode your benefit bump. I will detail how these protections work and what steps you need to take. Finally, consider the tax implications of your higher benefits. While increased payments might impact your tax situation, there are effective strategies available to minimize any negative effects. I'll share legal, practical ways to protect your increased benefits from unnecessary taxation. And before we conclude, let's address some of the most common questions I've received. What if you're not yet receiving Social Security but plan to start soon? What if you're currently on SSI rather than regular Social Security? Or what if you reside outside the United States? I'll answer all these questions and more. Remember, these changes are happening right now, and the window to secure maximum benefits won't remain open forever. Don't let this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity slip away. Take action today to secure your financial future. If you found this information valuable, please support us by hitting the like button, subscribing to our channel, and sharing this update with friends and family who could also benefit from these changes. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it could mean thousands of extra dollars in your pocket, along with the security and peace of mind you deserve.